Today I'm replacing the water pump on a 2011 X5. Start by opening the hood and pulling this air boot off, removing this cross brace. Alright, next with that cross brace off there, you remove the fan, just this plug right here. Move that up out of the way, and then you can see right, maybe you can see right here, how these clips work. You push in this right here, and then you can pull the fan up past it. You just push in with your finger right here, and then you pull the fan up. So it's like that on that side. And then on this side, you do the same thing. With this clip here, you push in right above it, and then you pull it up, and then to clear the upper radiator hose, you flip it. It actually, you can see that clip pivots in the inside. You flip that, and then you pull that up. Alright, I just pulled that straight up out of there, and it's kind of hard for me to show you, but this is what I'm talking about. This clip here, it just flips like that. So once you pull it up, you flip it like this, and then you can pull it up and it'll clear the upper radiator hose. And now you lift the car up and you remove this front belly pan up front here. Alright, now with the belly pan off, you can actually see the water pump. It's right there. The reason I'm replacing it is it's leaking coolant. It's usually not the problem with these, usually not how they fail. Typically, a car comes in with the fan racing and it has water pump speed deviation faults. This one is actually leaking. No fault stored, still works, but it's not really a serviceable component, so you just replace the entire thing. Underneath the car, it'll look like you can sneak the water pump through right here, this opening between the sway bar and the subframe, but you can't. It's impossible. It doesn't work. Trust me, I've tried. So that's why you have to remove the fan assembly. So what you do here is those two bolts that secure the thermostat, take those two off, and then push that up out of the way, and then you can see the one triple square bolt up top and the two at the bottom that secure the water pump to the block. But I like to take those two off first, and then start disconnecting the hose clamps. Pull this metal shield off the back as well. This big chassis stiffening brace, that has to come off. All right, now with that out of the way, you can see the hose clamps that hold the hoses to the water pump. You just unscrew the hose clamps and pull those back. It's gonna dump coolant everywhere. You know, you can drain it first at the radiator, and that's a good idea. But or you can just put a bucket under it and let it rip. It's up to you. All right, once you get those screws out, your water pump is now loose. So you grab your flashlight, go around the front, and you can see the plug for it. So you disconnect this plug, and then these two hoses that you removed the clamps on, you just you push those out of the way, and then you can pull the water pump. You can pull the water pump right in into the front, underneath the. You can pull it into this area so that you can grab it from the top and remove it between the radiator and the front of the engine. So I'm replacing the thermostat while I have the water pump out. You can see now it's right here. It's kind of being blocked by the water pump anyways. The thermostat is perfectly fine on this car, but we want to do it just while we're in there. They do also fail. It's a mapped thermostat, you know, with a plug on it, and they do also set faults and get stuck open pretty often. So we're replacing that at the same time. If you're not replacing that, you can remove the water pump without disturbing the thermostat fairly easily. So you know, because you can just pull it right out of that little pocket. You can get that upper screw with the thermostat in place, and then you can just pull it right out the top. That's what I did here. And reassembly, if you're just doing the water pump, is pretty simple. You just lower it down, set it on this sway bar, stick it back in place, attach your screws, plug in your hoses and your one electrical plug, and then that's it. So pretty straightforward job, actually. It's not bad. The only real trick is just remove the cooling fan. Don't try to snake it out any other way. It's not worth it. You'll spend a lot more time messing with it than you will. The fan comes out easy. So that's it. That's my only real advice here. But all right, well, thanks for watching.